Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I would like to give a special thanks to Homestead Hyundai for giving me time with the 2022 Hyundai Tucson Limited, and this one does come equipped with front wheel drive. If you're on the market for a Hyundai, you can come check out Homestead Hyundai and they will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about the front styling here of the Hyundai Tucson. As you guys can see, my model is painted in this Calypso red. It looks really good with the dark chrome trim, also with the aluminum painted trim here. But looking at the headlight modules, the daytime run lights are going to be integrated into the actual grille here. That's an LED turn signal, and the headlights are going to be down here. They're full LED with an automatic low and high beam. And this area here is functional to put an air curtain over the brakes and wheels. There's front parking sensors. The front lip splitter does look kind of aggressive here with this aluminum painted trim here at the lower part of the fascia. I actually like the grille, looks very aggressive. It reminds me of the Hyundai Santa Cruz, which Hyundai got that design cue from the new Tucson here. As you guys can see, there's the Hyundai emblem front and center, also with this front facing camera, since my model is the limited model here. But stepping away from the Hyundai Tucson, I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section and tell what you guys think about the all new Tucson. Looking at the side profile, this has a wheelbase of 108.5 inches with an overall length of 183.5. So this is best in class when it comes to overall length. This is bigger than the Toyota RAV4 and also the Honda CR-V, which Honda is redesigning for next year. But looking at these tires and wheels here, as you guys can see, I love the rim design here. Very aggressive rim design. These are a 235/55 tire. They're wrapped in this 19-inch rim design. And of course, it wouldn't be an SUV without the side cladding here. You get more cladding at the lower part of the door panel. And from this angle, if you guys can see it, hopefully, very sharp body panels here on the new generation Tucson. There's also the LED side marker here with some aluminum painted trim underneath the mirror cap and also around the window trim. And my model does come equipped with this large panoramic sunroof to let light into the cabin, and also with these aerodynamic roof rails. But making our way to the rear here of the Hyundai Tucson, these taillights here are going to be an LED combination with an LED brake light, and unfortunately they do separate them, so it's going to be an incandescent turn signal with an incandescent reverse light here at the lower part of the fascia. There's rear parking sensors, there's a Tucson badge, and surprisingly Hyundai didn't put a limited badge on the back to signify the trim level that you have. But there's the Hyundai emblem. It's flushed on the actual rear glass back here. There's also the backup camera there. But to open up the cargo back here, just press this button down there. Once it opens up, it reveals 38.7 cubic feet of space. So best in class when it comes to cubic feet of space. And once you fold down the rear seats, that expands it to 80.5 cubic feet of space. There's also a 12-volt back here, and lifting this up, it does reveal the temporary spare tire and a little bit of underfloor storage if you want to put something underneath there. But overall, let's hop into the interior of the Hyundai Tucson. Sitting inside the interior of the Hyundai Tucson Limited here, I do like this two-tone color combination here. It looks really nice with the Calypso red exterior color. This is a 10.25-inch display. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Not wireless, you have to use a USB cable. If you go for the 8-inch display, you will be able to use the wireless capability with the Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. This is a 10.25-inch digital gauge cluster that you can customize. But reaching over here to shut the door of the Hyundai Tucson, and to start the vehicle up, just put your foot on the brake and press the start stop button right here on the dash. Once you do that, all the electronics will come on and the gauge will do a nice sweep. But looking at the materials here, really nice materials here. There's also some gloss black and aluminum painted trim. There's 2 person memory seats here on the door panel with this aluminum accented door handle. There is your lock controls and mirror controls there. It is auto up, auto down, only for the driver and passenger, but not for the rear windows. Unfortunately, there's some gloss black trim here. It's gonna be a nice area here to rest your elbows. It's gonna be nice and padded. There's some fabric-like material here on the door panel, which feels really nice to touch. And my model does have the Bose audio sound system. There's a cup holder and additional storage space down here. There's your dimmer switch, trunk release button, also with the traction control. And this is a manual tilt and telescoping wheel. It does offer a decent amount of range and adjustability, but I think the other competitors do offer a better range when it comes to the steering wheel function. And I'm surprised that Hyundai didn't put a power operating steering wheel, since this is the limited model here. There's your voice controls here. Also over here is your driver's assistance. Really good driver's assistance. I think it's best in class in my opinion. There's also paddle shifters here. There's the turn signal and headlight stock right there. Wind wiper stock is right there. The leather on the steering wheel feels really nice to touch. Very aggressive rim here for the steering wheel. The materials on the dash are going to be a nice soft touch ejection molded plastic. This is a 10.25-inch display, like I mentioned. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but if you want the wireless function, you have to go for the 8-inch display. But the touch response here is super snappy, super impressive. Going here to the Hyundai interface and clicking maps here, this does have this TomTom navigation. As you guys can see, the touch response is just super impressive. So Hyundai has been updating their map system here. But going back to the Apple CarPlay here, really bright and nice screen. Going here, looking at the digital display, you can customize it, like I mentioned, by pressing this little button here to show your driver's assistance. And it's also a little Tucson at the bottom of the screen. And Hyundai said they didn't need an actual instrument hood panel here to cover up this display because it's already bright enough. There's no need for actual hood to cover this display, which is super nice. So it does give it that floating tablet style look there, which looks really nice. Looking here at the rest of the cabin, the glove compartment here does offer a large storage, and above me there's this large panoramic sunroof. It does kind of go into the actual cargo area. It does let a lot of light into the cabin here. The lighting in the cabin is going to be an LED. There's 2 cup holders here. There's also 3 level heated and cooled seats. Since my model is a limited model, there's a heated steering wheel function, hill descent control. You can also access the camera via this button here. As you guys can see, it does show you a top-down 360 view, and you can zoom in and out just to see how close you is to something. It also has trajectory with distance markers. There's front and rear parking sensors. Hyundai has been updating the camera quality over the years. Over here is for the 8-speed automatic transmission. It's a push-button style transmission. Looking here at the drive mode selector, it does show you smart, sport, and normal. Actually, like the sport gauge, it looks really bright and really nice. There's electronic parking brake, auto hold. Open up this, it does reveal a deep amount of storage in there. It's gonna be slightly padded here with some nice stitching. My iPhone 12 Pro Max does fit here. There's also a wireless phone charger. There's 2 USB ports right there. There's also a 12 volt. And over here is gonna be a little bit of storage down here. But overall, I'm very impressed with the Hyundai's Tucson interior. But let's hop into the back seat. Getting into the back seat here of the Hyundai Tucson, as you guys can see here, the door opens at a really good angle so you can access the back seat, especially if you're trying to put small children back here. But getting back here, as you guys can see, I do have a lot of headroom here. I'm only 5'8", and this does have this large panoramic sunroof here. It kind of goes into the actual cargo area just a little bit. But looking down here, Hyundai says you get around 41.3 inches of legroom here. This is best in class because the Honda and the Toyota doesn't have that much legroom space, but the Honda does come second when it comes to the actual Hyundai Tucson. But there is 2 map pockets back here for storage. There's also rear air vents, and you do get 2 USB charging ports down there. And the floor back here is not flat, but you can fit a middle passenger here if you would like. The seats are very plush and very comfortable. They also have a recline function to them, so you want to stretch out on a long road trip, you can definitely do that. And the view back here from this panoramic sunroof is very gorgeous. But looking at the materials here on the door panel, is going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic. There's some gloss black and aluminum painted trim with this aluminum painted door handle. There's also 2 level heated seats back here because this is the limited model. It's going to be nice and padded here to rest your elbows. And there's a cup holder, and you do get the Tucson name in the actual door sill here, which is very nice. And pulling this armrest down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders. But overall, the back seat of the Tucson is very spacious compared to the other competitors in this segment. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Hyundai Tucson. This has Hyundai's 2.5-liter 4-cylinder. It has GDI, which stands for gasoline direct injection. This powertrain makes 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy for this 4-cylinder is rated at 26 in the city, 33 on the highway, and 29 combined. If you don't like those fuel economy numbers, Hyundai will sell you a hybrid version of the Tucson. As the Tucson sits here, it weighs around 3,500 pounds. Because my model does come equipped with front-wheel drive, if you guys go for all-wheel drive, it will be an additional option. So starting the review off here in the 2022 Hyundai Tucson Limited, and this one does come standard with front wheel drive. And here in South Florida, we really don't necessarily need all-wheel drive. I just think it's a preference thing, but the Tucson does have a really good ride quality. Also great visibility here out of the Tucson. You also have these large 2 10.25 inch displays here. And this one here does support Apple CarPlay, as you guys can see here. Very bright screen like I went over in the interior scene. And this also has Hyundai's 2.5-liter 4-cylinder. It has GDI, which stands for gasoline direct injection. It makes 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. It's also paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Let's talk about fuel economy. It's rated at 26 in the city, 33 on the highway, and 29 combined. If you guys want better fuel economy, Hyundai will sell you a hybrid version of the Tucson, which gets over 30 miles per gallon. But just driving the Tucson here, It's a 4-cylinder. Of course, you guys know 4-cylinders do not sound the best, but you don't buy this car for that. You buy this car because you like the exterior styling, which I think Hyundai knocked this out of the park. This also has really good driver's assistance, which includes highway stir assist, blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning with lane keep assist, and all that comes standard. Some other manufacturers still charge you for different driver's assistance option, but Hyundai does make it standard here. The steering feel in here is very playful, and this is with the vehicle in its normal mode. You also have this toggle here, which gives you smart, sport, and also normal. So there's only 3 different drive modes here, and the Tucson, I'm gonna put it into its actual smart mode here. With smart mode, basically the vehicle will adapt to the way that you drive. And right now, as you guys can hear, the engine is shut off because it's in this automatic start-stop mode, but you can defeat that by pressing this button right here on the center console area. If I can find the button, okay, here you go. And it's telling me that the car moved ahead, so I can basically pay attention to the road. But once you turn off the automatic start-stop function, the engine starts back up very smooth. The seats in here is very comfortable. They're supportive. They're 3-level heated and cooled seats because this is the limited model here. And if I were to signal left or right, as you guys can see here, this is blind view camera. It does show you what's in your actual blind spots, which is really good. No other competitor, I think, offers that. I think Honda does offer, but they only use it on the right side, which kind of doesn't make any sense. They should have it for both sides. But I think Hyundai is leading in this segment when it comes to cargo space overall, and also the legroom, and when it comes to technology and even the exterior styling. So in my opinion, I think this vehicle is best in class because some of the other competitors don't offer the amount of legroom, the amount of cargo space, or even the technology for a really good price point. But if you guys are looking for a family hauler that gets really good gas mileage, or even better gas mileage, depending if you go for the hybrid model, I think the Tucson is a really good option in the compact SUV segment. Starting price here for the Hyundai Tucson Limited front wheel drive is at $34,850. This one stickers for $37,180, including destination. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drive1Reviews and hit that subscribe button. And I see you all in the next review.